First of all, hello everyone.
Pa jednostavno, znate kako, danas smo igrali opet protiv jedne ekipe koja je
Honestly, we played a team that was much more dominating in every aspect. That's the short answer.
Da iskoristimo i da neutrališemo te njihove
We try to take advantage of their weaknesses and we try to diminish their strengths. We try taking advantage of the spaces they created on the wings.
Mislim da negdje nam je dosta toga poremetilo povreda Duartea.
Duarte's injury also ruined it a little bit for us because he was supposed to be the key player to create the space because he has so much pace. We had to make some changes during the game. We didn't have a player on the midfield and in the attack besides Sheriff. On the other hand, they are a team that plays very aggressively and very strongly. They put a lot of pressure on us. So we were constantly behind on the midfield. We had to struggle. We had to find the right solutions at all times. So we simply didn't manage to do all that. We kept Monaco at bay to a certain point, but we started conceding the goals, and we conceded one in the extra time, which shouldn't have happened. Not that they didn't deserve it, but in the extra time we just had to manage the situation much better. We just, all in all, we have to keep fighting. We have to be stronger and more, and we have to be more aggressive, just as they are. They are playing modern football, and we obviously can't compete with that. I can't hear you.
Pozdrav gospodine Milojević, Dušan Ninković, Mondo. Pomenuli ste već promenu formacije kada je Duarte morao iz igre.
You mentioned Duarte and that he had to go back to the bench. Why is that? Is that because you wanted somebody more, a player who could be in the attack? And some of the players played different positions that weren't really natural. So who would you put in instead of Duarte? No, I meant, could somebody else have played instead of him? No, now we're just analyzing something that we can't really use for anything. Remember, these are games where we have to play strongly, we have to use all our weapons. This is a level where we have to play well. In Champions League, you have to fight, you have to win the fights. Against Inter, we had a player who only won one duel. In the midfield, we couldn't get any balls. And Sheriff was the only player who did well. He used his body and his physique. And of course, according to people in the domestic league, he's a bad player. But of course, we can't compare this kind of tournament with the domestic league. The intensity that Monaco are playing with is something that we just can't do ourselves. We have to play fast, and we know that, but it's very difficult to execute. The second question was if you can comment on the situation where Oljenka fell in the box. No, I didn't see it, but it doesn't matter. It's Champions League. Let's not talk about that. I can't say anything about that situation. And it's not even that important. Next question, please. Any more questions?
Poštovanje gospodine Milojeviću, Stefan Stanković, Mozart Sport. U prvom poluvremenu ste se dobro nosili s Monakom, u drugom.
In the first half, you played well, but in second half, it looked like that you just stopped playing. Why is that? Thank you.
Pa opet kažem, prvo poluvreme je bilo zato što smo došli do promjene igrača koji jednostavno ne možemo da
the first half we played well because we made some rotations, but we just can't play at this level like this. We had to fight. We had to win some balls, both in the attack and in the defense, but we just couldn't. And in Champions League, those are some very, very important things, no matter what team you play. So it's just a matter of the difference in the teams. So Monaco are used to playing at a higher level. They play games with much more intensity, which is something we just can't do. And as I said last time, these are facts. Whether anyone is going to accept that or not is something else, but it's facts. We have a different kind of football. We have different budgets than these teams that play here. I would love to have more young players, but we just really can't compare with these teams here in Champions League, because we have to play different football according to what leagues we play in or what tournaments we play in. So I don't want to be a Debbie Downer here, but we have injured players. We have some players that left the team who have been very influential, who could play at this level. And it's not easy. On the other hand, I can't criticize my players. I don't have anything to criticize. They did their best, but this is just a level that is much higher than we're used to. We wanted to be here. I, as a coach, wanted to be here. But these are the facts. I'm not trying to make any excuses. But yeah, life goes on. This is a great experience for us. And most importantly, we had so many fans here who supported the boys, not me, but the whole team, because they really needed it. They need the support, and they're always going to have it from me. Tomorrow is a new day, and life goes on. Last question.
Veče, Sara Vučević, Prva televizija. Kako sada podići ekipu na tom psihološkom nivou s obzirom
How can you uplift the team mentally now?
teškog protivnika, još jednog protiv Barcelone u Beogradu?
Next opponent is Barcelona. That's not a problem. We all know who we're facing, so this is not a tragedy for us. We already talked about it, but we don't want to focus on what ifs. Every game we have to decide whether we're going to see it as a big tragedy or we're going to see it as an opportunity. And my opinion is that we just can't train at the same level as these teams do, and I don't know how to solve that. So we're always going to play a strong opponent. What we saw from Monaco today is modern football. And you saw how the players played. And not just, we have to consider whether the players from Serbia who are Serbians, and we want to sell them to other clubs abroad if they can actually play at this level. So Monaco just played flawlessly. We have different kind of players, but yeah, it's football. We have to stay brave. Tomorrow is a new day, new training session. We have to look forward to the next games and keep fighting. That's just the part of the job. That would be all for today's conference. Thank you all.